Folds. Only on Sony 6 and Sony 10 too.
शौक से मैं खानदानी लोफर हूँ मैं हाथ चाहे जो करूँ शाम को मैं सोबर हूँ भागदौड़ जैसी चीज करने को रो पड़ू करने तो दो करूँ ये किया बास्केट ले डाल दिया खसले चलने तो सीन को सब आगे चल साइड बैक गो राइट बैक वरना और टाइट बैक करवा दूंगा टेक ऑफ ये मेरी फ्लाइट है मिल पड़े सब गिर पड़े सब फिर उठे चल पड़े सब उड़ने को अब ये उड़े हम वही जो कम नहीं जो 100 में से कूदेगा सीम भी हाथ तो लगा के दे
Street Ball League, every Saturday and Sunday, 7 p.m. only on Sony Live.
Mijn naam is Armin Harvey. Hallo. In the Olympic.
Unfortunately, the news isn't necessarily the news we want to bring you as we come back here to the showgrounds out at Homebush. The delayed start continues with the rain falling. No news at this stage. Everybody's eyes are on the radar and up to the skies that are out to the northwest here, which is where the weather is coming from. And there is another band of cloud coming through off the back of this one. So hopefully it'll slide north or south of us, and this will be the most that we're going to get on the way through for the time being. We'll have a chat about the third test in a moment. But Shane Bond, the coach of the Sydney Thunder, has been good enough to stick the headset on and have a chat to us. Mate, thanks for your time. It's been a terrific start for the tournament to you guys. You've got this group to gel pretty quickly.
Yeah, we have, mate. I mean, we've made some, I think, improvements on our squad from last year. We've got some good buys and experience, likes of Tremaine, Ross, and our overseas players. And Ferg's doing a terrific job leading them. He's a really calming influence on the team. So we're really pleased with the way that we're playing. But we also recognise there's a long way to go in the tournament, and there's 7 other very good sides in it.
And you've got a lot of New South Wales young guys in amongst your squad. Who's maybe jumped out of the pack in the last 6 months that maybe you didn't expect, or you did expect, that everyone's now starting to see?
Look, I think the biggest thing for us is Arjun Nair's comeback. I mean, a couple of years ago, obviously, he was cited for his bowling action, and last year he had stress fractures in his back. It was a really challenging season for him, but he's worked really, really hard. He's got himself a New South Wales contract again, and he's played beautifully for us with bat and ball in this season. So delighted for him, and he's been a very important member of our squad so far.
Bondi, as you mentioned, it's a long tournament, a bit like a Cricket World Cup in a way that you've really got to try and manufacture that, when you do get to those finals, that you peak at the right time. Are you conscious of that?
Yeah, I mean, we're using our squad a lot more than we did last year. The schedule's certainly tighter. There's less time to practice. When you're playing 2, 3, 4 games on the bounce, we're mindful of the team getting flat, so we've chopped and changed our squad, particularly in our bowlers, a lot more. We've tried to match up the conditions at home when we've used John O'Cook and when we haven't, and we think we want to do that over the course of the series, so that when we get to the finals, we've got not just 11 players ready to go, we've got 14, 15, 16. So look, we're really confident in the depth of our squad, and that's why we're happy to put any of our 18 out there and think they'll do a good job.
And Bondi, we spoke to Uzi a little while ago about the overseas guys that you brought in this year and the impact they've had on the squad. What about you as a coach? How have they impacted on your lifetime here as the Thunder coach?
Sydney's fantastic. I'm lucky, and I think it's like anything. If you've got good people around you, it makes your job easier. So look, I'm lucky doing stuff in the IPL and overseas, and having done international stuff, you get to know people on the circuit. So I knew Alex and Chris. I knew they're bloody good blokes, and they've fitted in beautifully into the team. And it's always nice to have the heat in town because I've got a good relationship with the boys here, and I always give Linny stick about the lights and the rain and everything else that goes on. So it's good fun.
Shane, I know you've probably been busy with the duties that you've got in front of you tonight. right in the lead up to it in this tournament, which is busy, but have you had much of a chance to see, much of the Test series against the Australians?
Don't mention that, mate.
No. I'm keen to ask you a question about the fast bowling stocks in New Zealand. They're clearly stretched, with some injuries at the end of this series, but coming through, what are the next waves of New Zealand quicks looking like?
Yeah, I think we've got really good depth. I mean, we've got guys who are playing across different formats at home, so there's certainly blokes who bowl fast. There's guys with real variety. I think we've got more depth than probably what we've ever had. But when you lose world-class players like Bolt and Williamson, and I think Australia found that last summer when they had Warner and Smith out, it's a whole different kettle of fish. So there's no doubt New Zealand have struggled over here, probably because of injuries, but I think in fairness, Australia have just been far too good. So I think all of New Zealand will be disappointed that we haven't put up more of a show, but I think credit goes to Australia. I think they've been exceptional.
Yeah, you would have come here, Bondi, with that team that you had, feeling like that was a great opportunity. So I'd imagine the guys would be a little disappointed, but just things didn't go right for New Zealand, did it?
No, and I think, look, we were second ranked on the back of a whole heap of good performances at home and some really good wins overseas, particularly in the UAE. But the litmus test was always going to be Australia away and then India, who we go home to play coming up. So I think it's fair to say that the top two teams are clearly India and Australia. Now we've got to go back, recoup and put up a good fight against India and try and push for those spots again.
Just one more on that, Bondi. A big moment in New Zealand Test cricket history today. Ross Taylor going past Stephen Fleming. Well, I guess we heard Baz talk on the coverage about what that meant to him as a Kiwi. What does it mean to you, a man that you would have played a lot with?
Yeah, I played in his Test debut, one-day debut as well, so I've known Roscoe and have been good mates with him for a long time. He's worked hard. I know he's had goals to tick off. He's been a great influence around the team. He's a humble, solid bloke that everyone in the team likes. And I think, obviously, I played a lot with Stephen as well. So it's always good that records are broken and it couldn't go to a better person than Ross. So I'm delighted for him, mate. It's awesome.
But we'll keep our fingers crossed that the weather gives us a break here sooner rather than later, and we'll get some cricket played. Thanks for chucking the headset on and having a chat.
Anytime, lads. Thank you.
Good on you. Here's Shane Bond. He would have been. There's a story as well. If the body hadn't let that bloke down when he was in his peak, he was world class, wasn't he?
He was. He certainly was. You'll never forget that summer that he kept going around the wickets out of Gilchrist and blasting his stumps out. So he was comfortably over 150 for the majority of the time. But he obviously had a few little injuries along the way, which tends to happen with new fast bowlers.